Hey everyone, Parker from the Culture Project here, and today we're going to be talking about what does it mean to say that we are created for love. In the 1200s, Emperor Frederick II wanted to conduct an experiment. He was curious what language would babies speak if they were never taught a language. And so he assigned 50 babies to 50 nurses, and he gave them strict instructions to not say a word to them. They were supposed to clothe them, feed them, bathe them, all in silence. After the experiment, Frederick never found out what language the babies spoke, because they all died. The very fact that they weren't given the love and affection that they were made for caused them to die. You see, love isn't just a nice to have, it's actually something that's crucial for our survival. There's actually many studies that point to the fact that love is just as necessary for our survival as food or water is. Much like those babies in the study, if we don't have love, we die. And maybe not always physically. Once we're older, we wouldn't physically die from just a lack of love, but internally, we die. We are meant to be loved. So what does it mean to say that we are created for love? Well, we can more accurately say that we are made by love, for love, to love. We are made by God, who is love. We are made for love, to be loved, to receive His love and the love of others, and we are meant to love, to give that love back to God and back to the people around us. So this isn't just a nice to have, this is something that's built right into our very beings. If we even look at the very fact that we are made in the image and likeness of God, and if we also read that God is love, we can say that we are made in the image and likeness of love. And if we are made in the image and likeness of love, that means that we will only find our fulfillment in loving. That only when we give of ourselves and make a gift of ourselves to another person, will we find our full fulfillment. It's actually whenever we're selfish and closed in on ourselves that we actually aren't reaching our fulfillment and actually aren't as happy as we ought to be. What is love? Love is often defined as willing the good of another, wanting another person's good as far as it can be obtained. And even in some instances, it means obtaining that good for them as much as we can, doing what we can for that person's own good. It's totally uninterested in ourselves. It's actually interested in the other person and what's best for them. Love itself is selfless, and whenever we give ourselves selflessly, that's actually when we find the most fulfillment in our lives. One of the fundamental realities of humanity is relationship. Before you were even born, before you were even named, you were known as someone's child. Back when your parents knew that they were going to have a son or a daughter, you were just known as their son or daughter. And whenever you were born, your fundamental relationship was you were their child, you were their baby. We are brought into this world in relationship, and throughout our whole lives, we continue to need relationship. We cannot go it alone. If we try that, we will fail. So what does this mean? That means that this is good news. This means that we weren't made for isolation. We weren't meant to be alone. This means that the final word isn't in loneliness, but it's actually in community, that we have a place in community. We also have a place in the communion of saints in heaven. We are meant to spend eternity with God and eternity in the communion of saints with one another. So go out there, take a risk, love someone else today. Put their own needs before your own and see the fulfillment that that'll bring to your life. Once again, I'm Parker from the Culture Project. If you like this video, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and let us know in the comments below what you want to see more of. Thank you so much. See you later.